The Friends experience is a traveling setup that goes from city to city, and it allows you to really experience one of the best sitcoms of the 90s. We spent $500 for my family of five. The question is it worth it? Hey, my name is Mr. X. Welcome to the Extreme Channel. We are giving away $1,000 statues to you guys. If you want to know how to win one, stay tuned for later in the video. As I said in the intro, my family and I experienced the Friends experience. We experienced the experience. Of course we did. So this extreme experience we did in Denver. It was the one in Denver. As I said, this show travels around to different cities, and we loved it. We absolutely loved it. We paid $500, a little bit short, for a private tour. Now, on that private tour, we were able to go with a group of up to 6 people. There were 5 of us, and recreate all the scenes. So essentially they had a number of almost what you would call television sets, and they had all the pivotal, no pun intended, aspects of the show. You can see here's where they were doing the couch up the stairs. You saw the intro before. Here's when Joey was wearing all of Chandler's clothes. So it was almost like being on a movie set or a show set. And we are huge Friends fans. We still watch them to this day, even though we have all the words memorized. And that's despite some of the controversy out there saying Friends wouldn't last today because it's insensitive. I feel sorry for people who say that because it's jokes. It's just a joke. Here you can see Chandler and Joey's apartment. And not only during this private experience was no one else around in the rooms we were, which was kind of nice, but you could actually sit down and pose in any way you had. We also had a personal attendant that went with us to take some of these photos so we could get a lot of the group photos. Now that was the private experience we paid for. Like I said, it was about $500, and you could have anywhere from 2 to 6 people in that. They also did sell individual tickets. I believe the price on those was $50 to $60 per person, where you would essentially be at the subject of being with other people, which we did not want to do. And this was about 18 months ago. I'm filming this very late. There's the hallway outside both Chandler and Joey and Rachel and Monica's apartment. My kids hiding right around the corner. And this is a movie set, so part of what you're seeing looks like a real apartment building. It clearly wasn't. But the prices might have raised from them. I was actually just cleaning out my photos, and I decided I would do a video on this extreme experience. But here we are right inside of their apartment. Pretty neat. It was, I've never been on a movie set before, but it was very surreal almost bringing this stuff to life, especially seeing so many of the episodes over and over again. There's right outside the window, so obviously that is a fake background out there. This was inside, almost like what a Spirit Halloween would be, but it was in a nicer part of Denver. So I think they take abandoned spaces because typically they will be there for 2 to 3 months. And I noticed that they advertise pretty heavy when I'm in different cities, as I travel quite a bit. There's the kitchen, and it's interesting. A lot of the sets were from different seasons. So as you know, the apartments especially evolved over the years, both Chandler and Joey's and Monica and Rachel's. So I can't quite place what season each of them was in, but it was still really cool to see. But as I said, it was really interactive. You could sit down, and we're going to look at some other interactive stuff. It wasn't just the different sets you would walk to, and you're going to see some more, but they had a lot of cool stuff in between, which to me is what really made it worth it. And some of these pictures are just absolutely classic. So for example, right out here, right outside Central Perk, you see Phoebe's guitar. And the next photo you're going to see, we're actually inside Central Perk. So they had all the quintessential scenes and locations on set. I'm trying to go through my head. I guess they didn't have Ross's apartment at all. They didn't have Phoebe's apartment or Chandler's work, but that's about it. So this is a different Central Perk than the one you just saw, and you could actually go around on the inside, and we have quite a few photos we're going to look at. I believe this was actually my Facebook profile for quite a while because it's just an awesome experience and not something you get to do every single day, which to me is what made it worth the expensive price. So we spent a total of about 90 minutes in there. We're pretty quick, but I believe you could spend as much time as you wanted. Here we are sitting on the classic couch. And then they even had behind the coffee bar, and to me this looks like one of the really early seasons. You never really got a good shot of this because it was always a side shot from the set. Yeah, we were there about 90 minutes, and like I said, we could go at our own pace, which allowed us to stop and take photos. The personal attendant that was with us, that kind of guided us, was more than willing. She actually wanted to take more photos than we wanted to. And there's Hugsy. So lots of hidden Easter eggs, and the Easter eggs just weren't in the sets itself, but some of the other stuff we're going to look at. So as you walk between each set, like I said, it was kind of the size of maybe an old abandoned grocery store, maybe a little bit smaller than that, or a retail store, but they would have stuff like the dog, of course, and they would have facts on the wall about everything. Like you can see a little nameplate on that. It actually talked about the name of the dog and the seasons that it was in. So of course, if you're a true Friends lover, you already know all this stuff, but they also added a lot of Easter eggs that weren't really in the show. For example, this right here, actual pages from Science Boy. So this was actually the comic you could read. These were framed on the wall. Totally cool, an entire display to that. I'm trying to think of any quintessential scenes or actions that happened in the show that weren't on here, and I really can't. So overall, my summary is, if you're a giant Friends fan, this is a must-do. I highly recommend, if you have a larger group, go ahead and pay for the private tour. Again, I don't know what the prices are in 2024 when this is launching, but absolutely worth it. Really good experience. Would love to do something like that again with some of our other favorite shows, like The Office, maybe. Last thing I'll leave you with, this was at the very end, Central Perk was. There was, of course, a store that you could buy so many different things of merchandise, whether it was Hugsy or shirts or props, such as the cup right in front of me. So they did have that available as well right at the end. And I don't think they come back to cities. At least it's been about 18-20 months. I haven't seen them coming back here. So if they're in your city, absolutely book it now. It's definitely worth it. As we try to grow this channel, we like to reward you guys for watching and subscribing. So because of that, every 5,000 milestone when it comes to subscribers, we give away a couple $1,000s worth of statues. We've actually given away over 20 statues. To win one was easy. First, you got to be subscribed to the channel. You'll get bell notifications when videos drop. Each video that drops, you want to make a comment on those videos. We pick a random video, we give away statues based on a comment. You can say whatever you want. The more videos you comment on, the higher your chances are to win. If this was your first time here, I really appreciate you watching. This channel is all about extreme collectibles, extreme traveling, extreme experiences. So please, if this helped you, please give it a like and consider subscribing. Although I have a lot of crap on this channel you may not like if you liked this.